TG, let's just start with the drive, the literal drive, the drive in from Tampa into Pittsburgh. Just how much of a reflection is that moment? Just understanding, all right, I'll see you. Just understanding who you are, what you want out of the season, what it's going to take to get there.
Yeah, I mean, coming from Tampa, the long ways, the drive itself, the literal drive was a wild one. It was storming in Georgia. Had to stop a couple times, so it was a whirlwind. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm ready for this journey this season and see what we can do.
How much of that drive, not to focus on the drive, but how much of that drive almost resembles like a basketball season, right? Having your highs, your adversities, and how you're kind of trying to break through it.
Yeah, I mean the whole drive. I mean, you got the first half. The first half of the drive it wasn't too bad, and then you got it when I got into Georgia, dealing with the storms, I had to stop, that resembles, the game, another team going on a run, and you gotta figure out what you're gonna do, and I had to stop, I had to drive, I had to take another route, but in the end I got here, so that's resemble the game. In the end, we gotta win.
It's not just getting here in the drive, but it's also getting here believing in yourself and believing in this staff. What was it that kind of saw you kind of cross that finish line to say, you know what, I'm taking my talents to Duquesne this season?
I mean, when I was recruited by Coach Ari, and when we were just talking on the phone and text messages, he just texted me about NBA games, just normal stuff. It wasn't more like just no pressure on where I'm going. So when I got here on the visit, I was with Coach Drew, we went to dinner and everything, and it was just like I felt like home, felt like a family. And I had a good talk with Drew in his office, just one-on-one, just about what he was looking for and what he thought a winner was, and in that we figured out, and that's what ultimately made the decision.
What do you think a winner is, and where do you kind of intersect with you and Coach Drew on that?
I feel like a winner is somebody who don't stop, who don't give up. Even if another team going to run or another team is hitting shots, a winner is somebody who's going to keep going and going to the end to win the game, do everything they can to win.
With the guys behind me, I mean, it talks about the brotherhood. Just what's it like being a part of this brotherhood, and just how special is this group that you're with?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a family. Every day in practice, they got their jokes all the time. They talk about where everybody's from. I'm the only Florida boy here, so it's a brotherhood, though.
For those of you that are watching this, understand that there's some audience participation here for some teammates. That's why he's laughing. It's definitely not because I'm entertaining. TG, also, just what's it been like from June 10th? You guys have locked in as a side, psychologically, physically, and brotherhoodedly, if that's even a word. Just what's it been like trying to figure all of that out together, and what's this process been like in terms of enjoying it?
It's been tough. Back from June, long practices, hard practicing, a lot of bumping and bruising, but we got through the summer. Preseason, it was the same fight. We had the same fight from June to now. Our Wednesdays, we did our little activities, even though that was a big boost to our brotherhood as well.
What's it been like this season just for you finding your next, and in what ways do you feel this team and this brotherhood has allowed you to improve?
I'm just getting better on the court. We so tight off the court, and on the court sometimes, we go at each other even harder. So I feel like it'll be easier going against somebody we don't know, players we never met. So together we're gonna go out, we're gonna dominate together. So.
A lot gets made about what a standard of a team is, but how important is it that as a team you guys are setting your own standard and challenging yourself to raise that on a daily basis?
Yeah, it's very important. We set a higher standard for ourselves, even in practice, going against each other. Everything we do, we compete, even in the one-on-ones and practice and everything we do. So we compete at a high level, and that's what we're going to do in the season.
This is definitely probably interview of the night right now. In terms of just what you guys have found with each other, obviously you can't talk about the scrimmage, nor would I ask you about that, but just how good was it to face somebody else and learn more about yourselves as a team that way?
Yeah, it was extremely important. We play against each other every day. Sometimes you get tired of going against the same people every day. I know all Jimmy Williams moves. I'm tired of locking him up every day, so I was just going to lock somebody else up for once. So, yeah, this is a big jump from when we play someone else.
What's it like going into a team that is known for its defense, and as somebody that has an ability to make plays can continue to raise that offensive profile as a team?
Yeah, we just gonna do what we do. What we do in practice, stay the same. Just do what we do in practice. I feel like it'll work against anybody. We play hard. We're gonna execute what we need to do. That's gonna ultimately lead us to the win.
How hard is it in a setting like this? Obviously, you want to find success, but you don't want to get too frustrated during the process as well. Just how do you find happiness and joy with this team and understanding that when the lights come on, it's game time?
You just gotta find an even ground. In practice, it's sometimes I'm like, this is a tough practice. We've been running, and it's hard, but you gotta be able to suck it up and practice. So when you get in the game, when the lights come on, when it's time to play, your name get called, you got to be ready to play. So,
what motivates you?
My family. I got two boys at home, one on the way. So that's what motivates me. My family, my mom, my brothers. My brother trained me, so he's a big reason why I play. So. I'm doing this for my kids, my girl, my family. So.
Just so everybody knows what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with.